Ever find yourself staring at your phone, heart pounding, just waiting for your partner to text back? Or maybe you keep asking for reassurance that everything's okay, but the relief just doesn't stick. You might tell yourself this makes you needy, or that it's some deep character flaw. But what if I told you the real reason has nothing to do with who you are, and everything to do with a sneaky psychological loop that's keeping you stuck? That feeling isn't a flaw, it's a signal. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on this anxiety. We'll explore the deep-seated psychological drivers behind these behaviors, and I'm going to give you 5 specific, no-nonsense steps to break the cycle for good. This is how you build a secure, confident relationship, first with yourself, and then with others. This isn't about becoming less of you, it's about becoming more whole. First off, let's talk about the word needy. It's heavy, right? It's loaded with shame and judgment. But what does it actually mean? Usually, it describes a pattern of constantly seeking reassurance, asking, "Are we okay?" over and over, wanting non-stop contact, and feeling a wave of panic when your partner isn't available. It's that gut-wrenching feeling that you can't be okay unless your partner tells you you're okay. The problem with the label is that it's totally subjective. What one person calls needy, another sees as just being affectionate. The real issue isn't that you have needs. We all need connection, that's just being human. The problem is when that need turns into a frantic hunger, and your self-worth gets so tangled up with another person that their silence sends you into a spiral. This creates a painful paradox. You desperately want security, but the very things you do to get it, like constant check-ins or jealous accusations, often push your partner away, making your worst fears feel like they're coming true. It's an exhausting cycle of clinging, frustration, and distance that leaves everyone feeling drained and misunderstood. But here's the most important thing you need to hear: this is not your fault. These behaviors aren't a sign of weakness. They are a learned response, a coping mechanism your brain developed for a damn good reason. And to break free, we have to understand where it all started. So, where does this come from? The psychological root of what we call neediness is often our attachment style. For many, these behaviors are the calling card of an anxious attachment style, which often starts in childhood from inconsistent care. If the attention and comfort you got as a kid were unpredictable, sometimes you got a hug, other times you were ignored, your brain learned a critical lesson. To get your needs met, you have to be loud and hyper-aware. You have to watch for any sign that your caregiver is pulling away and turn up the volume on your cries for connection. Now, fast forward to your adult relationships, and that old programming is still running the show. Your nervous system basically has a faulty security alarm. It's way too sensitive to what it thinks are threats. A delayed text, a quiet mood, a change in tone, all of these can feel like a 5-alarm fire, signaling that abandonment is just around the corner. This flips on your attachment system, and you automatically go back to those old childhood strategies: get closer, get reassurance, and do whatever it takes to calm the panic. This is all made worse by low self-esteem. When you don't have a solid, internal sense of your own worth, you outsource it. Your partner becomes the main source of your validation. Their approval makes you feel worthy. Their distance makes you feel worthless. Living like this is fragile and absolutely exhausting. This isn't a flaw in your character. It's a pattern baked in fear, old wounds, and a tendency to look for one person to be your everything. Okay, so now that we get the why, let's get into the how. We're about to walk through 5 concrete steps to start rewiring this pattern. But if this is already hitting home for you, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. We dig into the psychology behind our relationships every week, and my goal is to give you real tools to build the connections you actually deserve. Breaking this pattern isn't about killing your needs. It's about learning to meet them in healthier ways and building your own internal sense of security. Here are 5 steps to get you started. Step 1. Become an expert in the pause, that frantic urge to send the follow-up text or ask, "Are you mad at me?" It's an intense, anxiety-fueled impulse. Your power is in the space between that feeling and your action. So, the first step is to practice the pause. When that wave of anxiety hits, your only job is to notice it and deliberately wait before you react. You don't have to fix the feeling, you just have to sit with it for a minute. This is a skill called distress tolerance. Start small. Promise yourself you'll wait just 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, ground yourself. Try the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can physically feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This yanks you out of the scary story in your head and puts you back in your body, in the present moment. By creating that tiny gap, you're teaching your nervous system that you can handle uncertainty. You're taking the controls back from the anxiety. Step 2. Build a life outside of your relationship. A huge driver of neediness is making your partner your one and only source of happiness, entertainment, and purpose. The antidote is to intentionally build a life that is yours and yours alone. This isn't about creating distance from your partner. It's about filling your own cup so you're not always asking them to do it for you. Schedule things for yourself. Take that class you've been eyeing, pick up an old hobby, hit the gym, or lock in time with your friends. This does 2 amazing things. First, it gives you other sources of self-esteem. You start seeing yourself as a cool, capable person outside of the context of your relationship. Second, it's a form of exposure therapy. By creating that space on purpose, you prove to your brain that you are perfectly fine when your partner isn't around. That healthy independence lets the relationship breathe. Step 3. Become an emotional scientist. If you have an anxious attachment style, you're probably used to being bulldozed by your emotions without really knowing what they are. So, your next step is to get curious. Instead of letting anxiety sweep you away, start observing it like a scientist. Keep a journal. When you feel that familiar dread creeping in, ask, what just happened? What's the story I'm telling myself about it? And what's the feeling underneath the anxiety? Is it fear? Sadness? Humiliation? Just naming the emotion, okay, this is a fear of being abandoned, creates a bit of separation. You are not the anxiety, you are the person experiencing the anxiety. This is a form of mindfulness that helps you stop over-identifying with your feelings. Over time, you'll spot the patterns and realize that your triggers are often echoes from the past, not facts about the present. Step 4. Challenge your internal script. Anxious attachment is powered by a soundtrack of negative beliefs. I'm too much. I'm unlovable. They're going to leave me eventually. These are not facts. They are just thoughts you've practiced until they feel true. We can borrow a powerful tool from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, called cognitive reframing to fight back. When a negative thought pops up, treat it like a theory, not the truth. For example, if your brain says, "My partner hasn't texted back, they're losing interest," challenge it. Where's the evidence? Have they actually said they're losing interest? What are some other, more boring explanations? Maybe they're driving, in a meeting, or their phone died. Then, create a more balanced thought to practice. Like, my partner shows they care in many ways, and I am secure even when we're not talking. Write these down. Read them. Slowly but surely, you can rewrite those default settings in your mind. Step 5. Communicate your needs from a place of strength. This whole process is about building your own security so you can talk about your needs from a place of wholeness, not desperation. Healthy relationships require you to express your needs. The difference is all in the delivery. A fear-based request sounds like an attack. Why are you ignoring me? A secure request sounds like an invitation. I feel a little anxious when I don't hear from you for a while. It would really help me if you could give me a quick heads up when you know you'll be busy. Use I statements to share your feelings without placing blame. For example, I feel insecure when plans change at the last minute because it taps into my fear of being forgotten. This invites your partner to understand you and meet you with empathy, not defensiveness. It changes the dynamic from a demand into a team effort to build a more secure bond. Listen, overcoming the patterns of an anxious attachment style is a journey, and it's not going to happen overnight. It takes a ton of patience and self-compassion. Remember, the goal isn't to become some cold, hyper-independent robot who needs nothing from anyone. The goal is to build a foundation of self-worth so solid that you can show up to your relationships as a whole person, not someone looking for a partner to complete them. You are not broken, and you are not too needy. You are a person with a huge capacity to love who simply learned a specific strategy to feel safe. By understanding that strategy, practicing the pause, building your own life, challenging your thoughts, and communicating with strength, you can shift from a place of fear to a place of earned security. You can learn to soothe yourself, to trust yourself, and to build the secure, loving relationships you've always wanted. You can be happy and secure, with or without a partner. If this resonated with you, share your own experiences in the comments below. It really helps to know we're not alone in this. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more ways to build better relationships. You deserve happiness, and it starts with you.